So I finished signing or whatnot, and I go into the bar. I say, hey man, just give me a minute. And I go in. I tell V, I say, hey man, the fan out here said he got some smoke. You want to roll out? He's like, yeah, who? I pointed the guy out, and I see V. Okay, yeah, let's finish these drinks. We'll bounce. So I follow the guy, and he was German, spoke good English, and he was with some other German dudes. One of those dudes I, through the years, have ended up becoming very good friends with. He didn't speak English back then. Now he speaks great English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. But there was like an underground tunnel from our hotel that connected to a hotel across the street. And we went over there, and we went in somebody's hotel room. I don't know who in the group. I didn't know yet, turns out. And they break out this package, and they've got this weed from Amsterdam. They brought, European weed. And it was piney green, smelled good. And over there in Europe, they got these long cigarette papers. I think Rizlas, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what it was. And, they got the papers, and these dudes are just excited to be hanging out with WWE wrestlers and smoking out,
Yeah.
But in Europe, they mix tobacco with their weed, which always confounded me. And in some cases pissed me off. Like, you defiled this weed with tobacco? In England a few times, I had to cuss some people out. Like, hey, MVP, you want to smoke out? Like, hey, hold on. Oh, you got tobacco in that? Yeah, fuck you, man. As a matter of fact, it was funny because I remember one time I was in Dublin? It was in Ireland. I remember we were in Ireland, for sure. Pretty sure it was Dublin. And there was some dudes invited me to smoke, but they had the spliff, the tobacco cannabis mixture. And I'm like, man, why do you guys do that? When you get a pipe, do you put water in it? Like, no, man, you. And then these other two cool dudes over there said, hey, MVP, no tobacco. Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
You saw them all looking salty and mad. And I went and smoked out with these dudes, And it was, and I tell you that because it was funny. We're in the room with these guys, and they give the weed and the papers to Vis, and Vis is breaking up the weed, and we're talking, answering questions, because the one dude's got to translate for everybody.
Okay.
Big Daddy V is mountain of a man is sitting there chilling, and he starts rolling some spliffs up. And one of the, a couple of guys spoke a little bit of English, and the one guy goes, he's looking, goes, you're going to smoke that with no tobacco? And Big Daddy V goes, yep. And you are too. He rolled a few up, and we started smoking. And we passing it around and smoking and telling jokes and laughing and having some good fellowship with some fans. And his vibe is right, it's cool. And V looks at another one, P. You roll them, I'll smoke them. Roll up another one, and it was the two of the guys that were there. They was ginged up. They was on that nose candy. So
Booger sugar.
Yeah, that booger sugar. They was feeling right, The other dudes was just drinking and smoking. And I would say after a good little bit, man, we look around, and there's that thick smoke in the air, like no ventilation, right? And harkening back to a story from The Undertaker, we look around the room, it was like the Guyana tragedy, the Jonestown, like all these bodies, just laid dudes just smoked out, that dank hit them. They was just laid on the bed, on the desk, on the floor. And the bodies hit the floor. And we looked around, we like, all the weed's gone? That was the last one. Well, it's time to go.
Yeah, we done.
Let's bounce. Except the two dudes that was on that booger sugar. They was wide awake. They was good to go. But everybody else was done. But to make it even worse, the little comical bit on the out, like we smoking in the hotel, in the hallway. I mean, in the room. So you could smell that shit out in the hallway unapologetically.
And this is just fans' room at the hotel next
At the
door.
hotel, across the street. It wasn't their room.
No.
We hear a beating on the door, and there was a woman with a German accent. Well, no, she was speaking German. And, you know how guttural and harsh German sounds. So when somebody's angry speaking in German, it sounds even worse. You know?
Yeah.
I can't even. You know, she's hot, man, screaming. And me and V look at each other and like, man, what's that all about? And the guys, they look at each other like they're kind of laughing, but like, oh shit, you know, like what's going
The
on?
Booger Sugar guys?
Yeah, and the guys, they're waking up now. They're getting up because the door is beating on. We're like, hey, man, what's going on? And they open the door and they let her in, and she goes, you can smell it in the hallway. You can smell it. You smoke in my room. You said you were coming to hang. I told you don't smoke in my room.
Oh shit.
It was his chick's room. They just asked her, hey, we're going to go hang out with these wrestlers real quick. You know, can we use your room? Because I guess they didn't have a room at the hotel.